That's just flipped. We gotta do that again. Although or in the case, or is it that in the case of a chazaka we don't say in place of a we don't say hey Miguel. Tashma I'll bring a proof. It's an assumption that he gave it until he brings the proof that he didn't give it. Hey Chadam, if you're talking in the case that he claimed them after a certain amount of time, so in our mission says it's an assumption that he gave it until he brings proof to give it. So if you're talking after Zman and he says I paid you Bismani and the time, Shita and Spasha. No, the Paticha B'Tolzman. Rather, Muslim we say paid him within the time. Alma, if you look at Malcolm Chazaka, I'm reading Mali Shaka. What do you see? Even in places of Chazaka, we say Mali Shaka. So, meaning, why would it be a Chiddush that he's believed to say I paid? Let me just pause for 1 second. Mali Shaka. Shani Haka, the close up of himself is Mani, the here is different. He's break itself is its time. And therefore, you could say even B'Tolzman. And therefore, you would be believed to say that. But not because of Amigo. If it was Amigo against the regular Tolzman, it would lose. Hold on, let's see the Rashi. Rashi is, even the Muslim one day, not the Paraya Tolzman. It's established to us. A person doesn't pay in the midst of time. Lo Aminim b'Makom with the Ika Chazak. We don't say in a place to the Chazak, Marla Dibura, Marla the Shaker. That Chazak is weakening his words that you don't say Marla the Shaker, will have the unbeliever. Tosh Mamring approved. Midal and Amos the Mal from 4 Amos and above. In Mechayv and even we don't obligate him to pay. Okay? Because we assume it's not needed for him. Some of the clothes we put another wall there, then he does have to pay. Actually, every rise to Shanal, since assumption he didn't pay until he brings the proof that he did pay. Here's the what's the case? Elam should talk about we're talking about claim them after the time after he built the second wall, so he knows he pays. So Amr lo pratico was mine. I said I paid in the time after I built the second wall. I knew I had to pay and I paid. Milo, why not? Allah the Amr isn't it that he said to him? Particular was also manifested in the midst of time. I'm not going to go to in front of the shaka. What do you say in the place of the class shaka? We don't say my shaka, and that's why he's not believed. The Gemara says Shani Halcha the Amr Miyem and the Mechayev Liman. Here's it that it says who says they're vulnerable. Mechayev me, therefore he doesn't pay, even though he can't pay because he doesn't know that they're going to make him pay. Amalei Rav Achav the Rav Lavashi Rav Achav son of Rabba says to Rav Ashi, Tashma, money to be out of the I'm a low hit. It says, money, you owe money of mine in your hands. He says, yeah, I owe you. Lamakar I'm a low tanel. He says, Mari says, give it to me. Imam Nasativ, Lachafativ says, I already gave it to you. After the court case, I gave it to you. And he's potter. In the Chabiyad Yikayev, he says, I don't owe you anything, then he's Chayev. Ramble and Rashi says, listen, Adam in front of Adam. And in the Chabiyad, he says, I don't know you anything. With Parsh Vazal, my healing was explaining what is in the Chabiyad mean. My love, what does it mean? The Sadi the Chazam the Paticha was mine. What isn't it that Sadi means the paid in the time? And the Chabiyadi Dam the Paticha was Tosman. And the Chabiyadi means the paid in the midst of the time. But Tani Chai, we see these obligated because he's not believed to say I paid you in the midst of the time, even though it's after the time. He had a meet. I'm Makam Chazaka, I'm reading Mali Shaka. When you see in the place of Chazaka, we don't say Mali Shaka. Well, my and the Chabiyadi, what does it mean? And there's none in your hands. Lloyd, the Barmi only means there's no words. There's no. It means there was not. The words never happened. It didn't happen ever. Anyone who says lo levisa is like you said he didn't pay. Rashi says lo hayud var miyolom. Hilka chayv l'shalom. Therefore he has to pay. Shar yesh edim shahod lo. There's a maiden that he admitted to him with name in front of them. But even the Amr lo levisa, he said I didn't pay you. Modahu shelo parties admitting they didn't pay. Shekol mi she'enu lo. But anyone who didn't borrow, eno parei can't pay the chol. Hilka kamer lo parati dami. As if I said I didn't pay you. You woman parati nema, because if he would have said I paid you, then he would have been believed if he loved with Naidim, if he borrowed in front of Adam. The Kaimel Beshvua, Hamal Veschover Be'edim is Paskin and Shvuas, and one who lends his friend in front of it, the main in circle part of it doesn't have to pay with it. Okay. Amr Kuna Samach Pablo Samach Kul if he's next to half of it as if he's next to the whole thing. Ranachman Amr Amani Samach Samach Amani Samach Samach. What he's close to is close to, is not too close to, is not close to. Samach Pablo Shalom Haya Kos Chadash was a new wall or Kekosel. The new wall wasn't long. It goes to reach like the first one. Now the Chetziv of the Gova over Lo Higiv Legova Shal Rishon. It was either half of it, or it was the height was only reaching half the height. It was half long or half high. Yeah. Samachul koso. Samachul koso. But he holds. The first opinion holds as if you're next to the whole thing. Kind of least in the south, you have the coastal region. You have to give him importance in the first wall. You samach coastal shane is connected coal region as if you put the second wall next to the whole first one. The whole of the sofa to keep in the hiskal sofa ligma since you started the end, you're going to finish it. V'yitin tigra, and you're going to put on the wall. V'tnan afbi shalom nasan alav as the tigra, even though you didn't put on the wall. And we went to the Mishnah. You're going to put on the roof afterwards, and then we saw in the Mishnah even though you didn't put on the roof yet, no semyani pays immediately. And the Baf says, there we go. Dalid. Adayan, then even still, you still put on the roof, you still have to pay immediately. Tosfos. Beyonce Elyon al Gambi Tikvin, you should put the top on the top of a roof, be it stark or coastal shake via Haver, and you'll need the wall on which the friend built because he's going to build attics and stuff. Okay. Mother Puna Bakar of the Lupser Puna is mother in the case of Puna normally says Samach Palgo Samach Kulo, but if you put kind of a Lupsa, then it's fine. Then it goes halfway and we stop it there. Okay, let's see what those are. Mother Reb Nachman holds by Afriza Uba Kviasa, and by Afriza and Kviasa, base changes this to Uba Akvasa, and by Akvasas, then the Kashuri, both of those would be considered a Samach Lakula. As Rashi says, Mekanav love motive Mekanav love says motive Mekanav love says the Chibar Shekaran Shemakaran Zamas in an attachment which is in the corner. Love Chibar Lubsa means an attachment. Hari Shahaya Sofi So shall Reuben at the end of the house of the first one double the coastal shall Zeh is attached to this wall. Shemesh Teichel is between the two courtyards. After a certain amount of time, Reuben changes his mind. Zeh the Chibar Binyan Mamur and attaches a little bit of a building, the Karen Savis in the corner, shall Sofi So in the end of his house. I believe this is a Binyan Meshucha Keneged Mikta Sorach Coastal, and the sticking out of the building is dragged along a little bit of the length of the wall. I'm out of the main courtyards, which is separated into two courtyards. Mother of Huna the Maidal Samach Mother of Huna then when it didn't attach, it didn't attach. Shein Binyan Gazette also Lamasha says this building is not made to be dragged on if it's on the corner of it's like an attachment. Not going to be dragged on more, Yosef. Mother of Nachman is Rafiz of Kavisa the Kashure. Lenyan Gova Kamer. In regards to Gova, the Kamer of the Nachman says the Maidal Samach Samach this what he didn't attach. Mother who Shem also goes to Shatamach is mother that he put on the walls next to it. Malcolm Hanachas Rosh Yikor is the place for putting on the heads of the beams. Aliyash Pnekula for the roof. On the second story on the face of all of it. So for like we are own and stand is to bring it is to raise it even more. Kishir Gova Aliyah, the measure of the length of a attic. He's nicha with the height of the whole wall because he's going to drag it more. Rishon, Gavoa, and he gives a portion, the whole portion, and the whole height. Afriza, Eitzar, it's a long beam, so if he puts on also this long beam, we assume he means the whole thing. V'hav, it's thick. Shenosin al pnei kol hakol, so you put on the whole length of the wall. Lanyachol of rosh shikars, to put on it the ends of the beam. Magan aleihem, and it protects them. Shlo yirkavu, they shouldn't become rotted. Machmas lichusa hakosa, because of the wetness of the wall. it'll first rot this beam, and the top beams which are supporting the roof are not going to be wet. A Russian Mishnah called Miltisin, and the language of Mishnah called Miltisin. Misha ain't lo eight one does have a thick beam, also chorin. What he does, he makes little holes in there. Because in the wall, but no sin the star Katani makes little, he puts in small beams, small boards, Lamal Lamata up and below, with studim and on the sides. Maniach Abatoko Roshi, of course, he puts inside of it the heads of the beams. Behind the Akbasa, the Shuri, that's the Akbasa, the Geshuri, those things would also show that he's building another story. And we therefore assume that he's going the whole length. Amr Buna Bekoi lo havi chazaka. The Bekoi is not considered chazaka. Rashi says Bekoi lo havi chazaka. Shimon shagvi akosu acholak. Someone who raised up his field of cholak b'chatzur is dividing in the field. The malam b'dal amos, the board above 4 amos. But also mochalon is made in a wall and windows inside Reuben's face of Reuben. Naniach roshi chorus, and it's put inside of it the heads of beams. Kamo Shibrashu said it has to be explained that sometimes you make windows and put in boards and stuff. Law of Chazaka Lagabi Reuben, that's not a Chazaka in regards to Reuben. Lomer Shan Ani Saticha said, I must have helped you. So that Bio that to raise it up. Shaluli said, see, Shatiaticha, that wasn't that I helped you. Louis also Lianach, of course, he wouldn't make for me a place for resting the beams. Shem Abba Smoke, and if I would come to put on my wall next to it, low coast to put a wall next to it, La'achas mine after certain amount of time, Shetel Na'atik, that you put the wall on there, put the roof on there. But Avogab the Menacha Bay Hilmi, even if you put in there Hilmi, Haim Nisar, Mavin, those are the thick boards, Shenos Nebetidi, Achormid, you put on the sides of the holes, La'agin al Roshi, of course, to protect the ends of the beams. Volumati of the Maimar Ruvain, he loved the Masayin Desai, Hadach, wasn't that I helped you with it. Lo Tiraka Kolai. Tiraka, you wouldn't have troubled yourself with all this trouble. The Kalo have a Chazaka, Avagav, the Avad, the Hilmi, even if you made Hilmi, Domale, I mean, the Chi Paisali, because I said when you pay me back, when you actually pay me and pay for the wall, as you size, you shouldn't destroy my wall, to start building your next wall. Just we'll have the things there when I do get you to pay. I'm pretty sure I can get. Domale Shem Lati Maisali, Tisra, Zion. Looking Mephias, Tikra Maziva Mephiasi below Etzarach. Okay. Well, this is certainly from my wall. I'm right to believe I said in my heart, Shema Timloch, Lismoch, Likos, maybe you'll change your mind to put next to a wall to me, put a wall next to me. Acher, a different one. Villa says to Tikra and pay out a roof. If I say in moment, you'll pay me with money. But Mashek Balsi, that you that raised it with what I raised it up. So meaning, maybe you'll pay me off and I'll have to agree with that. Lord Starach the count will say I shouldn't need to destroy my wall. Link of Chorim to put in holes in there, Nachas Roshi Korosiv, and to put in there the heads of the beams. Okay. Therefore, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna make it right away, and if you pay me, then I'll have the holes there. Amr of Nachum says, actually, let's see, Gimel. Asik Lahordi Lasik Geshuri, the Geshuri Asik Lahordi. Rav Yosef Omer, Asik Lahordi Asik Geshuri. Ikan Amri, Amr of Nachman, Afilu Asik Geshuri, Lasik Lahordi. Okay. So meaning, the first Ramnam says if you do a chazaka for Geshuri, then it's assumed the Asik Lahordi, it's a chazaka for Geshuri. So Geshuri is not a chazaka for Lahordi, and we also said it is. Lahordi, and the other opinion is, even if you do Geshuri, it's not a chazaka for Lahordi, there's no way to do it. And Adamri, Amr Nachman, Asik Lahordi, and the second Ikadamri is that even if you're Asik Lahordi, then it's okay. Three of them, right? First one is Nachman. One is good, Geshuri, Lahordi, and second one is Nachman. None are good. Third is Nachman. Second is good. Let's do it again. Here after the so exactly what I do after that. Focus up on the schmeißen, all the Sachen in der schmeißen. In but versucht es soll sein, not versucht es hier, du willst nach soll sein, von das hier. Aber da wird versucht es kann das nicht was das real. Macht es so dass wir das versucht es kann hier, warum eine Karte nicht ganz so weit. Aber auch das ist actually here versucht es abuse the almost general use my damage to the very time use the sense the shot after the damage upon its ability in one moment to deal working on it quiet and the habit of that to the rock. The look of the common is said later on. I mean, the east side of Christina says that I can't be attached with plaster, the alcohol that is up and used to the rock. The time mission, the main reason that to say most of the beginners is the mood so below the first one that we use the time from property, passage of vehicles and use of that thing, below refusal without its permission. Given them the family sale, the fund of the social since person use the fund of the quiet, each woman did not the ship must be such a ship manner. Always not in the moment or give money, a muscle is actually not that important. The honeymoon the habit of the go up to see it, showing who muscle is only when it's the production trying to hold it to me, or not to my phone gives me skip. I will installing in the not the phone if he says the front of the shop to be quiet, and of the doctor man of the man the time to run the the first is about to touch the bottom of the opportunity of finding it that we have a claim, but then ain't of the doctor's man. The doctor came to them with the man not also social leave because what he did in the property be 1 million, 4 million of the only person can ever ain't of the doctor's man of the doctor. The because of the doctor I return about the doctor, both contact with the mechanic was not that the doctor and after that another 3 years notice from one day. Behind it. That's the Zuki or her, these are the doctor for her. And you heard the easy to put the end of the beam document also ground can feel. Close to the truth not as a thought of the truth 16. And you have of course they know to put on the heavy beam, fast to a long easy. Put on the little beam because we know no production for on the big beam. Okay? And then with the big beam, then it was with the hard beam. And then the other thing was hardier production put on the big beam. And the other thing is they're all put on the big beam. Also, I think another similar announcement. Everyone in the after the shift, you have a result of the shift, after the shift go after the next but if you have a result of the shift, you don't have a result of the next. Yogi says, people have to shift the next result of the next. Even the Amir was not after the shift. He agrees even a shot of Shifli is a chazaka for Nidvi. The Nidvi after the Shifli, and again, Nidvi would be a chazaka for Shifli, as we said in the first. About three from the Orban, low, but even but a three from the Orban kind of thing, which is like some sort of very thin. We use I read Heru to this pattern here, low well, and that you can go on the two and those hold things in the place. This is an Orban because Rashi says, after the nifty, after the ship is if you have a kazak of him living and tripping, then you have a kazak of pouring. If the ship is the nifty, if you have a kazak of pouring, you have a kazak of dripping. Nice little kazak of the kazak, if you have a kazak in the front field, he had Thompson value then the top of the drip, its roof, make a summer rain, it's over inside of the field. Often they close the solar struggle because the length of the solar roof. The little miser without a pipe. Often the ship is in result of the ship, and most of the also miser wants to make a pipe in the car, so they told me himself and does. And Malcolm Malcolm is in they gather all the place, the rain of the water into one place. They'll have these live made about the bow. I thought this is better for the field. Think of the army on the mountain, I will through the door of the hill, you can't see the door of me. That's the third Shulima Blaz, which is three, that's 3 to Blaz. The Hasan of the one to Yargo is covered with the leaves of the tree. Behind the water is the Barbie, and so keep and smoke and those you can grip very close. In Balakati also the Samus and the top stand. Only because I'm not able to use under it. Okay. And then the video to the those are the cases in verbally. I'm not going to grab the book, not going to the book. I'm asking by if they want to rent out a house with friends. Could be the beer either one a big building. By a long field. Road. The follow yourself on the southern side of the Bahamas many rooms. Okay. Kind of very many small rooms. The half year Lazeb, the Echad, and the Hamid Sons rented this by this guy, one of them. I remember Thomas with his own, he can use the roof, the walls, before you have to go in and he holds the wall, up in the article, and the foot. Along its length on the outside, on Dalanamas per Dalanamas. Jut outs which are in the walls along the whole space of the bira for 4 hours. Okay. On the thickness of the wall, Rashi says, Rosho on the head of it could go into him his kilo, but leave the rented him a roof, a attic, so could use the top of that roof then. The Malcolm Shinogo in the place they have that minute. The tire baits, but in the tire baits, Pando low, you can't use the tire baits of Pando. Rashi says there are cloning beer, those build to be a big building, a shuva which is kashiv. Laniach like a negative pencil track to leave in front opposite the opening of the track of the palace, a chashiv shabab, which is kashiv in it. Kain gina similarly to a garden, kind of very small garden. The aver for airspace, the olimba, the shaim, and it grows in it some sort of grass. The yapal and mara is very nice to see. To the eyes. V'shama in rishos l'zel l'tzlos salam. The Koloma there, he doesn't have permission to hang on there anything. She'enu also the kind of the is not made to go in there. He's supposed to look at it. Magum shenagu av b'tar beit afando lo. Rav Nachman today, Rav Nachman today says afilu b'tar beit afando. Even by the tar beit afando, you could find the open grassy space you could put in. Abu Racham v'sha'achrim batim, but in the storage yard, which is in the back of the houses, low. Rav Amar afilu b'racham v'sha'achrim batim, even in the storage yard, which is in the back of the houses. Amar Ravina says, "Hi, Gishur the metal. So this beam, which is made for shade, you put it up for give you some shade. And plus in Yom lo have chazaka for 30 days, not a chazaka. Plus in Yom have chazaka, but after 30 days it is chazaka." Rashi says, "Avol rachavash achor bottom, but in a house which is in the storage yard, which is in the back of the houses, kol hekavash achor bottom, all the surrounding which is behind the houses, karni machava is called the karachava, v'shalifnei bottom karachatzer, and in front of the house is called the chatzer." Ain't a Rachava Mashachas Lo Nishtamish, the Rachava is not drank, the backyard is not rented to him for it to be used. Lo have a chazaka is not a chazaka. And some call so meaning, if he puts this beam which is for shade, and some call leans in on the friend's field, it doesn't possess in 30 days, lo have a chazaka is not a chazaka. And told him the lomir to claim and to say I appeased you with money. I don't forever to keep it this way. The cold flows from Yom look up the image. If all 30 days people aren't makbid, below makli sub he doesn't protest. Sabra chaver is hold my friend. Sarah chatzeli needs shade. The Yom watam yitlanim misham in a few days he's gonna take it away. He didn't. I don't. He doesn't pay me. I'll just wait 30 days, whatever. He'll get it out of here. I can show I'm supposed to have the chazaka. Because in Bas does Yom have a chazaka after 30 days of the chazaka. He took the mitzvah here, if it's a soka mitzvah, I'd serve a shiva Yom have a chazaka for 37 days, not a chazaka. Bas shiva Yom it is a have a chazaka. Be covered between if he attaches it with plaster, I'll still have a chazaka, then immediately it is a chazaka. Rashi says, he took the mitzvah here, Bas Zayin have a chazaka. The given the shabkua Allah Yosef, since he said it in the shabkua, since he left it, Yosem and a Tzarech more than needed. Havle the Mechoy should have protested after 7 days. What are you doing? I don't need it anymore. Why is it here? Tosos, Umidolomim from the Vikik didn't protest. Even the member is to say the Zep Hais of Muz and Sky paying with money. I don't want forever. She cannot dark them with was because this was normal for them to leave. Set up their sukkahs with Tzarech Kolashana for a need of all the years. But Hilkok Miyaza after times. Therefore, immediately after 7 days, have a chazaka to chazaka. The low dummy, the sukkah in the metal is not similar to a sukkah which is for shade. The will have a chazaka has plus yom shana chazaka 30 days. The heal sale alma who that's just for general shade. So the alma sukkah do with this sukkah is the tzarch kol yamas kag shem b'chol shana asum that is needed for the needs of all the years of the sukkahs of all the whole year. That's what it made it. Adkan. Amar Baya says, "Shtei bat mishnei tzidi b'shos ram." You have two houses on two sides of the shos ram. That was the machal side. Is the gaggle? This one makes a little rooftop on the top, roof fence on the top for half of the wall roof. That was the machal the gaggle. This makes a roof fence for half his roof. This one not at the same side as this one, so meaning one does it to the north, one to the south, whatever. Umadif and adds a little more. My area b'shus ram. What do you need b'shus ram? I feel b'shus yachal now, even b'shus yachal also. Exactly no slogan like that. This was in Gaggle at Tzadok, and this one closes off his roof to the north. This one goes to Tzadok, this one to the south. Umadif and he makes it little more. Moshe Maka Yosef Mifat Gag. He drank off his roof more than half the roof. Kadesh b'mikta keneged. You must know it should be a little bit opposite the closeness shall of this guy. Mitochach lo yira behedya legag v'shalchaber mitzvahs. He wants you to be straight out to his friend's field. My area mishus rabim. I feel mishus yachad. What do you need to talk about? Mishus rabim, mishus yachad. Also, it would be in between. You would still have to put this little fence and everything on each side. Shus Ram is needed for Shus Ram is needed. The same name should say what did you say to him? So Habinu let's do you the student. At the end of the day you need to save yourself from the Shus Ram. Commercial and Domale Rami and Mama Chazu the Libri and Malayla little Chazli. Commercial could say to him at the end of the day you have to save yourself from Shus Ram. Commercial and he says to him, but your mama in public in the day I have they see me, but in the night they don't see me. Bez Avo. No. In the day they see me. At baby mama baby lele chazili you be other in day and the night you see me. Inami rabim kikam kaim the chazili or else you could say that the public when they stand they see me. Ki yasivna chazili when they sit down they don't see me. An chazili ben kikam mina ben kikam. So you see me when I stand and when I sit. Rabim kima ainu chazili the public when they look into it they see me. When they don't look into it, they don't see me. You even automatically you see me. This one makes a roof fence for half his roof. This one makes a roof for half his roof. This one on opposite. This one I'm fence a little bit. It's obvious. Let's look at the cause of the oven. It's not needed except for one of them went earlier and made it. Day and made his one. Mao the same name Idol Shakal Zin Day. What would you say that the other person could say, here, take the payment for you made half of it. Here, take the payment and the school will make the whole thing. Kamashalon that he can't say that. Rashi says she did the high palga of high palga. This is especially you would do it and each one should do half on his side and half on the other side because how else are you gonna do half? The high palga of high palga. Once you're going to cut them the hours D-Day, no was not needed except for one case where this one did his part. Makal made a roof fence for half the roof. The guy Gago for his roof. Kodin Shabbat the base before it came to court. Bachov Savas and afterwards he claimed his friend to make last Shlo to make on his portion. Now on the same note, so what we do is that all the his school last since he started building Yigmar Hamakal, the Gago should finish the half roof on his roof. But that he to know how to do it. So this one will pay half the payments. Was in the payments, it's here. Tosus. Zion. Pshita, Lot Yuchel the Kadim. The Yulo Kadim, and if he didn't come first, Al Bala Bazin Al Asik Hamaka, who just came to report about the dealings of the roof roof fence. Below wrote Lasus Pagag. This was one to do on this one. Okay, and then this was one to do on his roof. Pshita the Bazin also Bashar Benem Splash the Bazin makes an agreement between them. Lasus Kolachon Khati Mak to make each one makes half a roof fence. Or one of them makes all of them Chaver Yasser looks clear in the Horas and His friend gives him back the payment for the week and hour for us, damaging a use of his wall. Abul Hash is a now that he came first. Yochel Aton Idach, the other one's able to play, is to claim. If you hadn't gone first, also I used to also cool, Bagagi, I wouldn't make the whole thing on my roof. Abul Chatzoyan, law, if it didn't number for half roof, I'm not going to do this. The Tarikhali, the Khazar, Poland, the Bishfield, but it's trouble for me to look for workers for half the thing. Adkan. No Tishma, she shouldn't destroy my Kamashal and Damali asked my time a little about him, and the Kamashal could say to him, well, what's the reason why you're not building this? We don't want to do half, and you want to keep it all on my property. Mishum the Misra, she's like, it's going to destroy your wall. Ananami, Misra, she said, me too, it's going to destroy my wall. Rashi says, Lutis, she shouldn't destroy my wall, Mikova opinion from the heaviness of the building, Shemakvid and all the home that it's running heavy on the walls, Tit, Mamheris, Litkalko, you're putting on a plaster, it's Maher the Kalkal Mal going to be quick to get destroyed above. Amr ibn Ahmad says Amr Shmuel and Shmuel Gag is some of the Chatzir Chaver. You have a Gag which is next to the friend's field. Ozlam Vakal Gavor Gadaram is make to it a fence, a Maka, which is a roof fence, which is Gavor 4 amos. Abu Bain Gag the Gag between one roof to the next. Low. Rav Nachman Zay Amr Nachman himself says Eino Zakal Gadaram is not Zakal 4 amos. Abu Zakal Machita sorry, but he's Zakal for a wall of 10 tefach. Lamite. So what is this 10 tefachim for? That Rav Nachman is making you need. So if it's next to a field, and then the roof needs 4 amos. It's next to a gag. The first opinion you don't need anything. If not, you need 10 tefachim. So my he has a arbor amos for you. If you're talking has a kriya, so you need 4 amos to stop the guy from seeing it. You can see through 10 tefachim. It's like a table height. Arbor amos be even if it's a level gun. If it's to grab him as a thief. If anyone passed this line, that's the thief line. You pass the line. Masifas Ba'amasagi was even just a general Masifas like a peg, it would be fine. You see the line very clearly, you're past that line. That would be enough. He would get the if it's for goats and other types of things. I don't know what they're doing on your roof, but anyway, sheep and stuff. But Chadeshlu Yizaka Babasra, Northern, you shouldn't be able to knock through with the head. This head, Sagis enough, and I guess that's less than 10 Fachim. The old then it was a little Gana. The Gemara says really it is for instance of a Gana. Masivas Matsim Mishtam. Why can we use Masivas? Because Masivas by Masivas he's able to like dodge him. Matsuri I was just stretching or I was trying to get something out of that spell. But Mechita Zarlo Matsim Mishtam. By his 10th Tachim thing, he's not able to hide himself and he's gonna have to call the other friends. Could you get that for me if he really did? Meisvei im hoya choter l'mal. We got for them to ask a question. Because choter was above his friend's field and roof. Shalchavero ain't in its kakan. No, we don't care about that. My love in its kakan cloud doesn't mean that we're not talking to him at all. You don't have to do even anything. You don't have to put even up a nefslop kakan cloud. Although in its kakan down amos no means it's not going to come before amos. I'm going to come sorry, but he is attached to a 10th level. In Marshal Terzul Mahamazuz ask the questions to feel this one above this one. Amr Puna says top the bottom the vola. The bottom one's built from the bottom and upwards. The alienated bottom connect the vola and the top one builds from opposite him and upwards. You only pay when the coastal reaches his height, which is above that. Okay, let's see if Rashi actually lives until here. Gabua Abramus which is 4 amos. Salzmashum has to be because of the damage of sight, even privacy. I'll bring out between 2 roofs. Lots of you don't need the minimum Schwein said in the Kamais in the first Sugya. Kotzer could be a Mishtam state that a Kotzer is said to use. Gabagago could be a Mishtam state. Gag is not a say. Loyadana Bahayadna Sal Cook. It's like when I don't know what moment you're going up that I should hide from you. Okay. Yep. Ain't Zokaklo, he's not attached to it. Bengag from one roof to another. He's not attached to the 4 amos height. But he is for a tenth. Even if it's gone up, it's for if to grab him as a thief. Shame he found with him. If he goes inside more than this, min on from this wall. The shame begin Yevig necklace came in for stealing. My understanding is that he was able to dodge him, Valom, and say, Chayvata, not followed me on this. A certain object off my hands. I'll go on top of your roof. And if now I went here by you to pick it up, but the lines, I just went a little over the line. Yeah, but I dropped my thing. But if it's a big wall, so then we know we shouldn't be over this wall. If his wall was above the roof of his friend, so the roof of his, the ground of the courtyard was above the roof of his friend for like some sort of hill. He's not attached to him to build anything. The owner of the field to build make a wall between the chutz into the roof. The keeping the gaglo kavia kashmish since the roof is inside of use. Noach lizarmi mishchenav it's very easy to get guard from his neighbors. They shouldn't see him. Zula malamizu, this one above this one, so in courtyards. Cargos achon go the one the ground of one is higher than the other one. Zebon the one this one up built from opposite him and above. The top and bottom Shalom milmat. The bottom built from his part and from the bottom there until it reaches the height of his friends. But after his goes down, the what happens when this one starts helping him. Nelson Kalko me connect the Malin starts giving his portion from opposite and then above. Elio Nifsad Beshiftless Karka so Shatakam for top and be lose by the lowness lower meds. Karka. Okay. I'm gonna put all of the elements I'm not one. Tanya come out to the list, big up the list of stay with the Zulman Zoom in the two fields which this one above this one. William Marelli on a rainy bottom we connect the top which say I'm hold the building from opposite me and up. Elements I am the mouth of bone belly helps you from above and builds. The image let's say the mouth of Migago Shakaver. And if his courtyard was above the roof of his friends, in his office he's not doesn't attach to it. And we said that it could be even just not attached to 4, but it's attached to 10 Tzachim. How do we trade the Havidar Eloy Vidar? I'm sorry, there's these two people. One is building on the bottom, and one was building on the so one was building on the top, one was building on the bottom. Isbert the bottom one sort of got like crushed into the ground. It sunk into the ground. The bottom was sent to the top one. It's coming to build this thing again. I can't get it properly. On the Shabbat he says back to him, I'm doing fine. It's sunk, it's great, it's all there. Okay, let's see Rashi. Rashi says, they were dwelling one on top, one on bottom. When they divided, the brothers divided. This one took the attic, this one took the main house. Itchak was Elchas. Yeah, it was like crushed into the wall. Nitwa when the walls sunk in, the Tachtonim, the lower walls, buzzed into the ground. Anshe Shafla, it took until the roof is now lower of the attic. And the top one, the bottom one's not able to get inside. Elam Kane Shok, unless he sort of begets on his stomach. Tavin, if they come and build it, no, Bob Nistar Eskoso Bias come and destroy the whole house, and even rebuild it. Even this is all built. This is the next page. I should leave for my stuff. I'm related back to the million less than Duchtel Darby. I don't have a place to dwell. Or another claim is going to say is any Yachal Ador basis. I'm not able to dwell in my house because of your roof, your attic. Oh, we're going to see on the next page.